What is going on? What's going on, y'all? It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me rocking out, and I appreciate that. Much love to Seal Nation, the Cool Table family, the Mikey verse forever. The Syndicate Network is all one family, one umbrella. Hope y'all having a good evening as we convene on or as we congregate on this day after Christmas. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas day. Thank you guys for being here. and we are we are back at it again. Much love to everybody that's rocking out in the live chat right now, and everybody that will be partaking in the replay crew. Right, much love each and every one of you guys. Let me check and see who in this chat. We got Dennis Medina in here. We got Charles Austin in here. Right. Much love to the homie Charles Austin. Much love, bro. We got the Nightwing in the building. We got Ty in the building, right? Sin Havoc. Much love, Sin Havoc. Neo Sevens. Much love, Marcus with the flamethrower, right? Feeling like the comedian up in this John. You know what I'm saying? We got the comedian in the chat. What's going on? South Cali guy. Much love, right? Oh my goodness. Chat's already full. We got the homie Bishop in the building. What's going on, Bishop? Much love. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you had a great Christmas, right? We got the emancipator in the building, TJ, one of the scribes, right? The scribes always remember, right? We always remember, don't we? Mama Bear Art Dog classing up the joint as usual. Thank you for being here, Mama Bear. We got the Creed in the building. What's going on, Creed? We got Sean Franklin in here. What's going on, Sean Franklin? Rock Talks is in the building. Hey, shout out to the homie Rock Talks. That's the bro right there. We got Douglas Murphy in here. What's going on, Douglas? Much love to all you guys. Right? We got Risky in here saying, yo, Snyder fandom used to hate Nolan, but now they love him. Why they change their hearts? Hey, ain't nobody hate Nolan over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Y'all find me a tape ever saying that I hated Nolan, right? I just saw Oppenheimer in IMAX, 70 millimeter IMAX. I saw Inception in IMAX. I saw The Dark Knight Rises in IMAX. I saw Interstellar in IMAX. Like, y'all bugging. Let me find out somebody trying to downplay my homie Christopher Nolan's name around here. That's my second favorite director. What y'all talking about? Matter of fact, Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder, their fan bases kind of have a lot of fans of one or fans of the other. You know what I'm saying? They're fans of each other. They're good friends. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't their fan bases get along, right? Anyway, what's good? The good Austin. What's going on, Brody? The Flash is in the building. We got Josh Guerrero in the building. What's going on, Josh? We got Lawlessness in here. Much love, all y'all. We got Robert Harrison in the building. I'm glad all you guys are pouring in for the live show. We about to get to it, right? As Franchise said, Nolan got them big mad today, right? Oh, when I saw that, I was like, yo, did Nolan just confirm that Zack is the blueprint? Did Nolan just confirm that Zack is the blueprint? Oh, yeah, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. What's going on, Future Tron? Yes, Nolan was always loved by true Snyder fans. Absolutely. Right? Facts. Facts. He said, you better cook these antis like it's Thanksgiving. Look, we about to get to it. We about to get to it. Right? we about to get to it. But much love, all y'all. Much love. Let's get through this rigmarole so that we can get started with the show. Right? As you guys know, we're on the road to 1K. This is the last week. This is the last few days of 2023. We trying to close it out in a big way. Make sure that you guys are liking the content, sharing it out, subscribing, all that good stuff, hitting the notification bell so that you know when I'm going live. Yo, this has been a massive year in terms of like not only for me but for the Cell movement and just for Seal Nation, man. We've been through a lot of ups and downs this year, right? So I'm pretty sure that all you guys know that. We just want to make sure we're closing out the year strong. Rebel Moon is upon us. It is in the ether, right? And as we grow this platform, we're trying to increase the bandwidth of not only Zach and his movies and all that stuff, but also for the sale movement, right? Because we trying to get as many people on board as possible, right? Because look, as you as y'all see, the Zack Snyder train is well left the station. Matter of fact, it's almost pulling up at its destination. So as many people as we can get on board this thing, we are trying to do just that. So make sure that you guys are liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff. And yo, you're just gonna rock out like that. We are here in the name of these hashtags. Um, from 23 till infinity, right? These two hashtags. Look, y'all already know what the pedigree is for these hashtags. Y'all know the work that we put in, the ground that we've made up this entire year. And yo, we trying to drive this thing on home. Rebel Moon is out. It is in the ether. We are encouraging people to watch Rebel Moon on all platforms that they possibly can. Uh, your mother, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your auntie. Have them watch it on their phone, on their Xbox, on their TV, wherever they can watch this thing. Make sure that people are checking it out, and that's only going to increase the bandwidth for these two hashtags. Because then people gonna be like, "Yo, and this dude got DC stuff that's already on the platform, and what we might be able to get a continuation for these things." Oh no, right? Y'all already know what's up. So make sure that you're using these hashtags, and if you are using them properly, we have 3 rules of engagement that we ask you guys to follow, which is number one, be positive. As we are dealing with the current home of Zack Snyder, they showing Zack mad love, y'all. We gonna get into that too, but they showing Zack mad love, right? I would never, yo, I would never advocate for the main man, the boss himself, right? Zach, seeing as how happy he is over with Netflix and how happy they are with him, you think I'm about to advocate for this dude to go back to WWE? Oh no. Oh no. Zach looks extremely happy. Netflix is showing him mad love. So we want to make sure that we show mad love back, right? And that we are positive while we are engaging with them. And rule number 2, we ask that you guys don't mix these hashtags as we're trying to keep the messaging as focused and effective as possible, right? And rule number 3, we ask that you guys don't tag, mention, quote, tweet, reply to anything like that, mention none of that stuff. Anybody over at WBD, which is including but not limited to James Gunn. We want to keep the messaging focused all the way on Netflix. That is a great deal, or we are here in great part because we have these rules of engagement. It is how we have made up this much ground in under 1 year. And so we ask that you guys rock out. And if you do follow the rules of engagement, then, your tweets and posts and stuff could be liked by uh, and shared not only by myself, but the Hub account, which is ZSJL to Netflix on Twitter, right? But also from Leon of the New Geeks, because that is where all the pertinent information will be coming from. One of those 3 platforms, either myself, Leon, or from ZSJL to Netflix. We also ask that you guys subscribe to ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube. And lastly, but certainly not least, when you guys donate super chats, they are tallied up, and at the end of each stream, whoever donated the most will be sponsoring a following stream. I want to make sure that I'm giving back to you guys that donate to this platform in new and creative ways. So shouts out to all y'all that's been supporting. Let's get caught up with the chat before we get started with the show. Right? Yeah. Much love, you guys. Money Train said, I think I know why Jimmy ran now. Uh-oh. Right? Right? Yeah. He said Jimmy knew Cora was the one who killed the princess. That explains why she looked at him. And how he was looking at Cora in the barn. Jimmy never took his eyes off Cora. Hey, see, that is a hell of a theory, right? Yes, yes, yes. Say, go look at the full moon, right? Oh yeah. And Sin Evans said, "Hey, all I know is that Scott Stuber had a Netflix film said sell it. Not once did he ever say restore." You know what I'm saying? Hey, Scott Stuber know what's up. That certain segment of the Zack Snyder fandom, right? Who y'all think he was talking about? Yo, Sky, what did Noble say about the body count? My body count is crazy, fam. It's crazy, fam. It's crazy, fam. Much love, Nessa Noel. Happy holidays to you as well, right? Said Scott Stuber, head of Netflix Film, co-signed our movement. We're halfway through playoff mode. Oh yeah, look, we getting to it. We getting to it. We about to have a great stream tonight. We about to tap in with the new guys, right? And we're gonna be right back with the start of the show. Right. Let's get to it.
Steppenwolf, have you begun the conquest?
Yo, man, first of all, uh, we are in the middle of like such a wonderful time. Such a wonderful time. Rebel Moon is doing crazy numbers right now, right? To see Zach be on a platform that fully is invested in him and fully is behind his, not only him, but his family, right? His fan base. You know, they've been doing little things all over the place here and there, just like drumming up excitement, showing just how much that they rocking out with this dude. Oh my God. It is such a beautiful time. It's such a wonderful time. And I can't recall a time where, you know, any studio's been like rocking out with this dude like this. Right? I mean, can you guys? Right? Like that red carpet premiere. I mean, look, I don't know, right? Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. Okay. That thing was at the TCL Chinese Theater. Full experience, right? Like it wasn't like, hey, this is a Netflix movie. Like, no, it was buzzing like a box office blockbuster type movie. You know what I'm saying? Like the energy was off the charts. They had Hollywood Boulevard shut down that whole like little section, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I can't now I'm sure that, you know, when Zach was putting certain movies out and everything, I'm sure that they, you know, had the premieres and all that stuff. So I'm not saying it's the first time they had a red carpet movie. But I mean, like, this is the first time that that any studio has been just fully invested in like not only him but his fan base. They're invested in us. Like they know what kind of language we speak and they talking to us. right? They are allowing Zach to cook. They are letting him just drop these little things and do things such as him being able to, the whole Papa Snyder cooking video. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get that unless they letting this dude like really cook. That video was so important because it showed like, yo, we literally letting this man cook, figuratively and literally. Here, right? I mean, this is just such a beautiful time. It's such a beautiful time. They're totally leaning into the fandom. They're totally leaning into the fan base, right? And in turn, we're gonna hold them up. We're gonna keep streaming. We're gonna we're gonna keep putting the word out there, getting people to watch this movie, right? Crazy. So this is a wonderful time. This is a wonderful time, and we're gonna get to these topics, right? Because this is beautiful stuff, yo. Yo, Rebel Moon is an undenied worldwide success. Worldwide. Ain't no like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no fudging the numbers, right? Y'all remember what happened after the Snyder Cut came out? Not only, I mean, look, y'all, I was halfway expecting to get an article calling Rebel Moon Part One a cul-de-sac. You know what I'm saying? Could y'all imagine? Could y'all imagine? Right? And then it came out and dropped Part One. It came out, was like, hey, yeah, Rebel Moon Part One is a cul-de-sac. Right? Well, nah, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like this thing is doing numbers worldwide, worldwide, right? And Netflix going, yo, they put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? I think they put a ring on it, y'all. Right? I think they put a ring on it. I think they absolutely put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that they did because, with this being the case, if they gonna be leaning into Zach and leaning into us like this, right? And I mean, how many times have we just asked for an opportunity to show what we can do, right? Like, hey man, just like invest in us, right? Uh Let us show that we can have this thing make some money, right? Um Rebel Moon, I mean, look, not even just Rebel Moon. Netflix don't even put films in theaters, right? But look, we asked for an opportunity. How long have you been? Yo, just put it in theaters, right? Give us a chance to rock out with it, right? They do that for four theaters, right? But look, people clamoring more. Oh no, 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 no. We need more. We need more theaters. We need more screenings. We need more showings, right? What did Netflix do? They put it in more cities, right? They dropped it in more cities. They was like, yo, we rocking with y'all, right? Even if it's not even something that they usually do, it's part of their business plan, right? Oh no. Oh no. This is this is a new day, right? So we've been asking them for opportunities, right? And so now that they giving it to us, it's on us to show what we can do. Like, yo, if we gonna say that, yo, we gonna stream the shit out of Zach's movie, and we gonna make sure everybody watch it, then that's what we gotta do, right? That's what we gotta do, yo. Bishop said, "Can y'all even imagine what's coming?" Ah, this is a great time. Sin Havoc said the scribes are a representation of the old world coming back to Earth. The amount of hidden mystery and messages in Rebel Moon are insane. Yo, I think that's partly why they mad, yo. Right? 'Cause Zach talking. Zach is talking with this movie. Snyder Mania is running wild. Oh yeah. Right? Josh said, I was so hyped to see Rebel Moon in theaters. The whole theater was blown away, and it wasn't even a 70 millimeter IMAX. Could only imagine what that Bennu scene was like in IMAX. Yo, seeing that John in 70 millimeter was crazy, right? Charles Austin says, now, does everybody see why Netflix didn't release it worldwide in theaters? Now, do y'all see why? Because they knew. They knew Charles Austin. They knew what they was holding on to, bruh. Right? What did they know about? What did they know about? Right? And shout out to, I think this came from the Reasons I'm Broke. Right? Yeah. Number one. Right? 61 plus countries. Numero uno. Right? Y'all think that y'all think that this engagement is going unnoticed? Right? Y'all think all this is getting unnoticed? Right? Yeah. 61 plus countries. Number one. I heard it's top 10 in like 90 something countries. Right? Top 10 in 90 something countries? Y'all think that Netflix ain't enjoying this engagement? Right? Y'all think they gonna continue to like hide them numbers like Warner Media was doing, right? Because we're gonna put that on Warner Media. That wasn't WBD. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to make sure that I get my acronyms correct, right? Yeah, but that was Warner Media. Y'all think that they're gonna hide the numbers like Warner Media was doing, right? Matter of fact, wasn't that Casey Bloys? I'm just saying. Lawlessness saying Rebel Moon is still number one in Panama. My people showing up. Yo, shouts out to the Panamanians. You know what I'm saying? Out there in Panama. Right? Yeah. When I was in the army, I knew this chick from Panama. Yeah. Well, we was real cool. She was actually a really good friend of mine. Yeah. Shout out to Panama. We got the homie Marcus with the $5 super chat saying Twitter/X feels like a nursery with all that crying for baby. Well, right, Marcus? Keep watching, everyone. Hold on. The crying rises. Nobody knew who I was until I cried like a baby. Rebel Moon. Yo. Hey, shouts out to the homie Marcus, yo. Oh my God, man. Look, let me hit y'all with this drop. Look, why they crying? You understand? I'm gonna let the homie talk to him real quick.
You see this all the time at the level of a top producer who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
All right. Hey, shouts out to y'all, man. Right. This is crazy. Rock Talk said Disney and WB executives are pulling their hair right now. Facts. Right? Facts. You know they mad. You know they mad. Y'all think that they didn't want that engagement? That's why, like, I was hearing, I was literally having this conversation with somebody the other day, and I was like, yo, you think that both these companies ain't invested in this movie potentially flopping? Like, yo, you got two different entities that would love to see this thing fall flat on its face, right? 100%. You already know. One company, I ain't even gonna go into that because y'all already know why they don't want Zach to live and be great. You know what I'm saying? But then you got Disney, who, right? Like, this is direct competition with them, right? Look, I fell victim to kind of thinking that this was going to be like a whole lot more like a Star Wars movie than it actually is, right? So even I fell victim to that. This is something on a whole other level, right? But um, even then, you hearing everybody is like, oh yeah, it's a Star Wars knockoff, Star Wars light, Star Wars, diet, whatever, blah 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 blah. It's like, yo, this is crazy. But we're gonna get into that a little bit later when we talk about these influencers, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't wait to have that conversation. I can't wait to have that conversation. Their channels are sponsored by Pampers. Oh my God, Joe. WBD announced DSJL Blu-ray on sale today. Coincidence, right? Nah, I think not. I actually might need that drop. Coincidence? I think not. Right? But yeah, no. This thing is a worldwide success. Netflix is leaning into this thing all the way, right? They even put all hail Zack Snyder up on they up on their Twitter page. Yo, man, you know it's getting wild. You know it's getting wild when Netflix say all hail Zack Snyder, yo. Look, could y'all imagine if Warner Media did something like this after the Snyder Cut came out? How much engagement would we have given them? Right? How much engagement would we have given them? How many times would we have went back and went to go buy Z just whatever, right? How many times? What would we have done if they would have behaved in this manner? Right? But nope, leave it up to Netflix, you know what I'm saying? And yo, they're leaning into this thing. They are leaning all the way in, and I love it. I love it. I love every second of it. FA says Netflix telling the trolls, "Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?" One of the things that people seem to forget is the soundtrack is a big reason why films feel familiar. Hulkenborg is not William. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Todd doing a new Batfleck figure. Right. Is this stuff all circumstantial? Is it all circumstantial? We got the homie D Broderick in the building. What's going on? That's real talk though. Is all this stuff circumstantial? Right? Are these Nolan comments circumstantial? Right? Why are they coming right now? We're gonna get into that, But yeah, it's like this thing is a worldwide success, and this is due in no small part to the greater Zack Snyder fandom at large, and it just shows how massive that we truly are, right? I think this shows we are truly massive. We have massive reach and impact, and man, it's just I'm very much excited about the role that everybody's been playing in just making this movie a massive success, right? Josh says Hot Toys literally releasing Batfleck from BBS figure all of a sudden. Coincidence? I think not. Let them know, Josh. Right? Yeah. Nah, this is a great time. Shouts out to all you guys for helping making Rebel Moon such a large success, right? And we're gonna keep streaming. We're gonna keep these numbers up. We're gonna keep things going. And as long as Netflix is showing that they rocking out with us, we're gonna keep rocking out with them. Like, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? We are massive, but we didn't show up in theaters, right? Yeah, crazy. Hey, I wonder how much that they would love for that BBS 873 million, right? I wonder what they would do for $873 million at the box office right now, right? I wonder what they would do. And, with stuff like, you know, Aquaman 2 and The Flash flopping and Shazam 2 and Blue Beetle, right? Yeah. Oh no. See, we ain't gonna let them try to get this off, right? See, it's funny because I'm seeing how they're trying to like wrap this whole end of the DCEU thing up with Zack, and they're trying to act like this was like all this stuff was like part of Zack's work and what he was doing, and it's truly laughable. It's truly laughable, right? But we just gonna keep marching forward, right? As we continue to engage with Netflix and keep these numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, this is I'm just saying. I wonder what they would do for that $873 million right now. I I bet that would come in handy, right? When y'all get the balance in them books. Right? Yeah. Lawlessness says, why has no one mentioned Aquaman 2 was produced by Saffron? Nothing to do with Zach. Hey, I'm saying, look, Saffron produced a bunch of these films, and they all been flopping. But somehow, it ain't his fault, right? Somehow. Rock Talk says, Zack Snyder's a brand now. He is bigger than a studio. That's one of the reasons the folks at WB couldn't stand him. He was bigger than each and every one of them and overshadows the studio's brand. E. Yeah, man, yo. But shouts out to each and every one of y'all that's been rocking out with this film and was along for this entire journey and still rocking out with the film. The job is not done. We have to keep getting this word out there. We got to keep letting people know about this movie. It needs to stay number one. It needs to have like an incredible amount of legs, right? And let's just continue, right? Let's continue to show just how viable this subscriber base is, right? Because we are subscribers. We are subscribers at the end of the day, right? So let's show that there's a sizable subscriber base that is willing and ready to engage with these films on their platform. And if we do that, and we continue to do that in the massive ways that we have, I think we can get a conclusion to Zach's DC arc on our platform. Because look, as big as Rebel Moon is, look, Rebel Moon is massive. It's massive, right? It's the biggest undertaking of Zach's career, I'm sure, in terms of like world building and him shooting the film, writing it, right? All those things. Rebel Moon is massive, but Zach coming back to do DC, that like stops the internet completely. Like the internet will literally break. That announcement that, one, that first one when ZSJL gets sold over there, y'all already know. But we ain't even look. Look, we ain't even gonna go that far yet, right? Because like when ZSJL gets sold, that stream feels like it's getting closer and closer though, doesn't it? But anyway, uh no, but that announcement that Zach is continuing with DC, nah, that's like mm-mm. It don't get no bigger than that, right? And so I think that Netflix knows that whatever Rebel Moon is doing, ZSJL2 is gonna do even bigger. They know that, right? So as massive as Rebel Moon is, 61 plus countries, number one, right? Oh my God. Hey, that ain't Batman and Superman and all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cavill, bro. What if Cavill's in Rebel Moon? What am I going to do with myself? Right? Oh, good. He said, Sky, here's an equation for guaranteed fame. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. We got the homie Ty with the $10 super chat saying, I've seen people get mad at Nolan now talking like he is crazy or don't know what he's talking about. Like he didn't make the best trilogy ever. His shit is killing, right? Yeah, it's killing and sad to be honest. Yeah, nah, I don't look. Y'all should know this is how deep rooted this hatred for Zach and his fan base goes, y'all. Zach was even talking about it. Zach was like, he was like, oh, he was seeing people talking about love him or hate him. He was like, hate him. He said, he said, how do we get to hate him? Like, what the hell? Like, hey man, I love the way Zach be answering these questions now, bro. Zach's like, what the hell? Like, bro, I want to examine y'all brains, man. The Snyder haters, they must be studied. Like we have to examine. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is crazy, bro. What makes a person go that crazy? Where I'm a, I'm a search for this man's fans and try to and try to make their lives a living hell. And every time they try to do something, I'm gonna try to get in the way of them because reasons. Oh my God. Man, much love to the homie Ty. Thank you for the super chat, bruh. Let me go ahead and give you this drop. Look, they about to get mad, bro. I'm gonna just let them get mad again because I'm gonna let Zach talk to him.
Good stuff. Real quick, Zach. Shout out. Oh, yeah, last question is, I want to ask you not about the legalities or like the probabilities or anything like that, but can you just speak to the resolve of your fan base that now that we're trying to get this thing sold to a third party?
The fan base has consistently been amazing and consistently, look, regardless of what I think, the fan base has their own ideas and they seem to win.
Hey, shouts out to the homie for the super chat and thanks for supporting the platform. Right. So yeah, Zach said he gonna do DC on Netflix. He for sure did. Right. He for sure did. Rock Talk says ZSJL2 will literally crush the platform, no doubt. Oh, 100%. 100%. Right? Oh, man. Darshan says, hey, Sky, one question. Netflix wanted ZSJL in 2021 or 2020, but WB didn't give it to them. Do you think they feared that everyone would love ZSJL when it have gotten released all over the country? Nah, I think that they didn't give it to them because they knew that they was going to try to put it out. You know what I'm saying? They knew that they knew because what in November 2020 is that's when we got the no 2020 no Netflix wanted to cut before that I think right I think so I don't remember we got Cedric Sky Wagwan Roberta what's going on man I feel people hate what they don't understand and what they can't become. They also hate change, and Zach has changed the movie industry, and that's why they hate him. Hey, yeah, for sure. Right? For sure. Said, why didn't Cora recruit Jimmy first after he shot the soldier? Jimmy took off. Right? Worst case scenario, Netflix throws in extra for ZSJL. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ty says, with the $5 super chat saying even David Ayer said he liked the movie and they're accusing him of lying. Bro, it goes that deep. They hate this man. They hate his fan base. Right? Yo, I don't care what nobody say. Like, you can't tell me that the hate ain't real. Right? It's like anybody that speaks positively about this man publicly, they go after him. So look, I think there's some weird stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And they just mad that Zach is the blueprint. And we about to get into that in 1 second about Zach being confirmed as being the blueprint. But thank you for supporting the platform. Let me drop with this drop real quick.
My master, now that the mother boxes have been destroyed, how will you retrieve your great prize?
Anti-life is found, Assad, and we will stop at nothing to possess it. Ready the Armada. We will use the old ways.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Zack Snyder haters are a real cult, huh? You know, but nah, this is a great time. Great time. But let's move on to Christopher Nolan, yo. Christopher Nolan woke up and chose violence. Right? Really woke up and chose violence. Look, I'm pretty sure Nolan was sitting back. He's sitting there thinking, like, yo, how can I piss the internet off to no end? Right? He's sitting there having his tea, probably. Right? Uh, that happened. And then he's like, yo, I got it. I got it. He's like, I'm about to go drop a. Right. It's funny that his last film was Oppenheimer, right? He's like, yo, I'm about to drop a bomb on the internet right now. Nolan waking up and choosing violence today, right? Said Chad for Nolan. Christopher Nolan came out and chose absolute violence and carnage today, right? This man said, there's no, and I mean no. Yo, this man chose violence. When I saw this quote, I ain't even think it was real, right? I ain't even think it was real. But no, this man said there is no superhero science fiction film coming out these days where I don't see Zack Snyder's in. They about to subsequently try to take off. They gonna take away all this man's Oscar nominations for this statement. they about to be. They about to take away all his nominations, bro. Yo, he about to take off all this shit. They about to take him off all the lists, bro. This is crazy. This is like that meme, right? Where it's the two people out in space, and then one dude is like, "So Zach is the blueprint." Dude behind him like always was, always was, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I saw this and it warmed my heart to no end, and I had to share this with you guys. I had to come out here and share it. Right? The creed said GOAT representing for GOAT. Facts. But this is true. Nolan not only knows the blueprint, he knows the scribe. Oh my god. Is there anyone else see that Kurt Angle meme that said DC fans on their way to call Nolan the Snyder coaches? They gonna say the Dark Knight was trash. Yo, I'm dead, bro. Oh my god, bro. Somebody get Campia, please. Somebody they about to be like, you know what? In hindsight, I actually didn't like Robert Downey Jr.'s performance in Oppenheimer. In hindsight, right? I actually think, oh, never mind. I was just saying, Nolan shows violence. There's no superhero science fiction film coming out these days where I don't see that. It's over, bro. It's over. It's over. Oh, bro, it's over. The best comic book film since The Dark Knight. And they about to start saying, hey, they about to start slandering his name. That's why they've been slandering him. Oh my God. Nolan was ahead of the curve for sure. So look, I just want y'all to know that Zach is the blueprint, y'all. Zach is the blueprint, right? And we've known this. Hold on, let me pull this down. Like, we've known this. We've known this the entire time, right? We've sat here and we've watched these films, we've watched these shows come up on Disney Plus that have stolen entire segments from Zach's work, right? We see how BVS influenced Captain America Civil War, right? How what were gonna be the storyboards, how that influenced Infinity War and Endgame, right? Like, where you guys think all this stuff, all this Zack is the blueprint stuff came from? It came from us literally sitting here and watching these other films rip off stuff that was originated in Zach's films, right? So that's where the whole Zack is the blueprint term came from, right? G Rob said talented filmmakers know what's up for sure. Chubby Teddy says Nolan is the man. One of my best friends' dad was an extra in Oppenheimer, and he talked with Nolan for 10 minutes and said that Nolan is a great guy. Yo, I'm sure. right? Oh my God. He said Nolan just crashed these haters harder than the airplanes on Tenet and Rises. Oh my God, right? The fire rises. Charles Briggs with a $10 super chat. Oh my God. So he said Christopher Nolan stood on business, not business. He stood on business, homie. Stood on business and said, fuck the haters, and publicly endorsed Zack as the top influencer and architect of the comic book movie genre. Salute to the GOAT, Christopher Nolan. That's facts. That's this man publicly. Look, look, I'll bring it back up, Charles. Right? There is no science, no, there's no superhero science fiction film coming out these days where I don't see Zack Snyder's influence. Right? Oh my God. I had to make sure that I got the quote right. And yeah, he stood on business, not business. He stood on business. Right? Shouts out to the homie Charles Briggs for the $10 super chat. Right? Look, I bet you that this how Zach was feeling after all those haters and bots and trolls and shit tried to attack Rebel Moon.
For dark side.
Not impressed.
For sure, for sure. Sinavik said Nolan is telling the masses that there's levels to this. Zack Snyder's on another level. Get used to it. Right? Charles also says, not to mention Gunn's Guardian of the Galaxy ripping off almost shot for shot scenes from Man of Steel. I saw that too. I didn't see the movie because I'm not watching that shit, but I did see the side by side comparisons that you guys are talking about, and yeah, it came straight out of Man of Steel. So I'm not shocked. But then he went and fired Cavill and said that nobody wanted to see him. Weird stuff. Y'all forgetting James Cameron loves exact words. Yeah. Scorsese. Oh man. We got the homie Ty with another $5 super chat saying, no way people could have convinced me Nolan is ass because he likes Zack's work. Same with her. Nah, it don't make sense. Nah, it don't make sense. Right? Like, but some people would have you believe that though, right? Some people would really have you believe that. They would really have you believe, you know, that Nolan is trash just because he don't like Zack. I mean, just because he endorses Zack, right? But they swear that it's not nothing weird going on. But everybody that says anything positively about this guy, just they just get attacked on the internet for some weird reason. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. Because I didn't really get a look at Twitter earlier. I've been busy. But I wouldn't be shocked if people was out there wilding, right? But let me hit you with this drop real quick. Thanks for supporting the platform, Ty.
The question, no, the challenge won't be doing it. It will be not doing, not seeing.
right? Nolan was like, I'll stride across their bones and bask in the glow of answer light. Bro, what was up with that dialogue, right? Is it that I need that Kai shrug drop, right? Yeah. This chat is jumping. Ty says, last thing I'll say with this $5 super chat saying WB will be on their knees for Suicide Squad money, let alone Dark Knight trilogy money. Right? Hey, Ty went out with a bang on that one. Ty was like, yo, ain't playing no games with him. Yeah, because Suicide Squad, what, made like almost 700 million or somewhere around there, or seven something. But yeah, nah, ain't no way. And they made hella money off the merch. That soundtrack was bananas. Yeah, they made a lot of money off Suicide Squad, I'm sure. Right? But hey, that's when they still had Zach. Thank you for supporting the platform, bro. Let me get you this drop real quick.
I'm not broken. And I'm not alone.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know, Charles. Yep. The Studio Squad made 750. No, you chose the side that doesn't even make it to the history books. Right? Crazy. Right. Yeah. Here, Suicide Squad was the best. Yep. Hey, and that's why we trying to get that air cut over the Netflix show. You know, we need that over there. Right. But yeah, y'all know. Y'all know that Zach is the blueprint. I ain't gotta keep reiterating that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm preaching to the choir, right? I'm preaching to the choir because we the ones that's been saying Zach been the blueprint this whole time. So now that it's confirmed, rubber stamped from Christopher Nolan, right? Ain't no going back. Ain't no going back. Ain't no more arguing. I ain't doing no more arguing over whether Zach is the blueprint. Every time that somebody try to say he ain't, I'm gonna just show him that Christopher Nolan quote, right? Yeah, yeah. Air cut. Suicide Squad was dark, and Air dropping a lot of images of Air cut. Yeah, right. And I've seen a few of those dropping, right? And I think that's dope, right? And we need an air cut over on Netflix, yo. We need it. I don't think that it's gonna drop over on WBD. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't waiting on that train, but I think that once we get ZSJL over there, like this campaign was always moving in stages, yo. It always was. And as soon as we got ZS, or as soon as we get ZSJL over there, then we can concentrate on getting all the rest of the stuff, right? Once we get ZSJL and that last domino falls, then it's time to storm the gates. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna get ZSJL over there first, and then once we do that, yo. But part of that, a huge part of that, is continuing to make sure that Rebel Moon does massive numbers, so that we can get as much stuff with this completion of the DC arc as we can possibly get, right? So let's do that, right? Tie with with another the $5 super chat saying very weird. People say he destroyed DC at the Snyderverse. Oh, yeah, the Snyder movies are the only movies that made money at that fee universe. Yeah. Look, they definitely are the most profitable films. They made the most money. The only one that really made bank that was in the DCEU outside of Zack's real purview was Aquaman, but even that, they swore up and down that Zack gave his blessing, and James Wan said so, right? So and that was really before we knew about all the release the Snyder Cut stuff anyway. So it was kind of like after Aquaman came out that we started to kind of figure out like what was going on, at least from like a massive standpoint. So yeah, right. It's been quite some time since Zack has been there, and you really have to go back that far to when the DCEU and the brand overall was thriving. So shouts out to you. Let me hit you off with this drop real quick. Thank you for supporting our platform. Right. Yeah. Nessa says, you think that air isn't good with Netflix, which is why he's changed his tune all of a sudden and posting these Suicide Squad picks again. Look, mm, I think that, how can I say this? It's always kind of been tough having this conversation with the air cut, and I let you guys know because for a while I thought that we kind of wanted this thing out more than he did at a certain point. But I will say that um, you know I I just hope he continues to keep repairing that relationship with the fans and letting everybody know that he wants his cutout, um, and that he's willing to fight for it because Zack had to fight for it, and Zack fighting for it so feverishly is what led us to not ever losing hope and ever losing faith, right? Um, it was only for that why we kept going. If Zack had been behaving in ways that would make us question whether or not he wanted his cutout, then I think that we would have ran into a lot more problems. But yeah, I just hope that these actions kind of continue and that we continue to get this word out because I do want the air cut over on Netflix. I feel like it's part of the conversation with sales Snyderverse to Netflix. It always will be. It always has been, but I would be lying if I would say that it hasn't been kind of frustrating at times because we felt like what's going on. But I have seen that there's been some more pictures dropping lately, and hopefully we can just continue to garner that excitement and push it over in the direction of Netflix. And because like that's the only way that this thing is gonna come into fruition. So it will be through a third party like Netflix. So I say let's just jump all in. All right. Charles Briggs says the only issue I have with Netflix, they don't do physical media. I would kill to have Rebel Moon or Army of the Dead on 4K. Man, they may do it for this one. They do like Stranger Things and stuff like that, right? I'm pretty sure. Robert Harrison says, Sky, keep in mind that the real challenge for Rebel Moon Part 2 for next year is it's going head to head with Dune Part 2 come spring. I'm just saying, hey, and I'm just saying that if it's Dune 2 and Rebel Moon Part 2, I feel bad for Dune. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I actually love Dune Part 1. I'm very much looking forward to Part 2, but if you gave me a choice and was like, yo, Sky, you can only choose one, come on now. And Netflix, people gonna watch Netflix, yo. I don't know why y'all thinking that they ain't gonna watch Netflix. They gonna watch Netflix. Money Train said, I've been watching Rebel Moon this whole time on my new TV. Oh my God. Rock Talk said, I think all the Marvel Netflix stuff got physical releases. Yeah, man. I think if we make enough noise, they'll do that. Come on now. If we just make enough noise, right? As long as we keep Rebel Moon numbers up, we get in 4K. Yeah, like, come on. We'll get a 4K Blu-ray. Yeah. Shout out to Asthmatic. Right, but yeah, let's move on to this last topic, right? Because we all know that Zack is the blueprint, but oh my God, right? And I was gonna have some special guests pop through tonight, but they couldn't make it, so it's all gravy. Because this was the topic that I wanted them here for, right? But I want to let you guys know that you know this is a great time. This is a great time, guys, because with the current state of the Zack Snyder fandom, we're getting to learn a lot, right? We are able to see what's going on, and especially um a few of us, we get to see like this like real like bird's eye view almost, right? Everybody that's kind of rocking out with the sale movement, you know, because um as soon as we removed our engagement from WBD, and as soon as we started focusing on Netflix, we already saw that there was a lot of, kind of shifting of how people were, you know, aligning with us, right? And just aligning with anything regarding sale. It just became very weird. Whereas if we were all just Zack Snyder fans, I didn't understand why we were getting so much pushback, right? Because it just made no sense, right? Like, hey, if you're really rocking out with Zach and you're a Zack Snyder fan, we trying to get this stuff done over on Netflix, right? So what would the big deal be, right? Like, why is it that when we were talking to this one company this whole time, right? It's like everybody was on board. It was cool. There was like a structure or whatever. All you guys are trying to, have people bend the knee to go through certain people to get things done. Just all these like little weird things, right? But hey, um, in the end, like, why is it cool that we was doing it this one way, or even all these other ways, but with the same company and they seem to fail, right? Tactic after tactic seem to fail. Why is it okay to talk to this company, but it's not okay to talk to this other company, right? So we already started to notice a shift then, right? Because what Sale was born in January, right? So people still had time because Rebel Moon was on the horizon, right? But it's still it's still lingering in like in the far reaches of their mind, right? Because you got to think this is back then, like in January. So as time went on, right, we continued to have these conversations with uh, Netflix and continue to do things, try to drive engagement. Right. Once again, though, we would continue to be, like having these obstacles placed before us and things of that nature, right? And some of this stuff, right? I mean, we have spoken about some of it, right? But a good deal of this stuff was coming from like other content creators, right? And just things of that nature, right? But um all the while we're getting closer and closer to Rebel Moon, right? And you have, you know, influencers that's talking mad stuff about Disney. Mad stuff about Disney the whole time. Like, Disney's trash, they're done. Everything's so woke. Where's all the original content at? We need something new and fresh and da-da-da-da-da, right? And some of them even like used Rebel Moon, right, as like, oh, well, I can just, go watch Rebel Moon, right? Like, yeah, Zack Snyder, he's doing something in the, vein of Star Wars, right? So I can just go watch Rebel Moon, right? If you guys aren't doing this, I can go watch Dune, right? I can go watch this and I can go watch that, right? Or whatever, you know? And um they used this film, right, as uh like almost like a not a scapegoat, but as something that they or as like a MacGuffin, pretty much, right, to move the plot forward because they're sitting there. Oh yeah, they want to use Rebel Moon to almost like get back at Disney, right? So then we go through like the sale. I I I mean not sale, but full circle, right? We go through full circle weekend and everything that happens then, and y'all already know I ain't about to rehash that. But once again, right? This arguing over things like messaging and because we're talking to Netflix, right? And all of a sudden people don't understand what the hashtags mean, even though we've been rocking out for, 5 months. And just all like these like weird things, right? But they all seem to be centered around the fact that we're having this new conversation with Netflix and stuff. So um as time goes on and we get that first Rebel Moon teaser trailer, right? That drops. The coverage of it, would I have liked to see more? Obviously, but for the most part, a lot of these larger platforms did an okay job of covering the first Rebel Moon teaser. I'm like, I ain't gonna trip, but there's all like these speculation videos and things of that, right? And then when it came time for the second trailer to drop, that's when things got spooky. As y'all know that have been watching this platform, right? I was going in because after that second trailer, all the big, trailer breakdown channels and all that stuff, none of them was covering the second trailer release. And I was like, what the hell? Like, this is odd, right? Like, everybody knew that the trailer was coming out. It was the biggest trailer coming out of, was it a Gamescom? I think it was, right? Yeah, it was the biggest trailer coming out of Gamescom. It's like, how is it that there's just like no trailer breakdowns, none of this stuff? Like, how were we not talking about this? Or wait, no, was it the Sunday Night Football that the trailer was gonna debut on? It was something. Yeah, and then they announced that it was dropping. So everybody knew that it was dropping, but yet there was no coverage, right? And I'm like, where the hell is all the Rebel Moon coverage, right? Where's everybody breaking down the trailers at? Where's all the speculation videos, right? These other trailers be dropping, right? And I recall, I knew it was a problem because I think it was like the Madam Web trailer came out like right after that, and like it was breakdowns and all that stuff all over the place. I was like, hold up, dude. Hold on. So uh all the channels that's been like using Rebel Moon and all this stuff to kind of bait the fandom all damn year, right? Now all of a sudden this second trailer come out and nobody got nothing to say, right? Because I would have marked that in the category of clickbait, but matter of fact, it was the opposite. It actually seemed like they didn't want people talking about Rebel Moon. So I'm like, okay, cool, right? So um, we keep marching on, right? And then y'all see review time happens. All of a sudden, it opens up with like 9%. Utterly ridiculous. All you guys that have seen this film know damn well that 9% is crazy, right? But this is how these things have been taking place, right? In the entirety of us being fans of this man's work, right? So these patterns just keep getting repeated and repeated, and now we're in a space where not only do we have people that, because I do think that it's a mixture of things, right? I don't think that everybody is being like trying to be like double agents or whatever. I do think that there are some people, right, that just are kind of doing like some old fashioned, not clickbaiting, but just, talking about things from a perspective, that they can speak on it from, right? Like I will give you guys a great example. Eric July, right? When he was talking about Rebel Moon, it was in the vein about, hey, he felt that it was woke because of the writer that they hired for I think it was the House of Blood Acts, right? So I didn't really look at that as like, oh man, homie's trying to like uh be like on like some double-sided, like acting like he's a fan type thing. I was like, nah, I just think that he's covering a topic that's in his realm that just happens to involve Zach, right? So even though he was calling it woke or whatever, I didn't look at it as like, oh, this is like nefarious type thing. I'm just like, yo, it's in his vein of things to talk about. As we know, the comic books, shouts out to the Rippaverse. So I was like, yo, that just seemed a little bit more like on brand for me, right? But when it got to the point of you're seeing all these people that have been openly like doing things like talking shit about Star Wars and calling it woke for all this time, and then they turn around and then watch Rebel Moon and then say it, and then try to dump all over it, and then it's just like, oh yeah, well I'm going back to Star Wars anyway. Like this screams something weird to me, right? And I think I'm gonna get into a reason why in 1 second. Ty says, it's because they swear Netflix is broke. Like they don't have money or some things, like the CEO wouldn't comment on that if they were broke. Yeah, nah. Ain't no way that Scott Stuber would even be commenting about no DC stuff if they didn't have the bread to go get that. But hey, let the haters talk, yo. Thanks for supporting the platform. Let me hit you off with this drop real quick, right?
I told you. Steppenwolf would fail.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Dennis says another reason is that if Zach destroys the Disney status quo, they have nothing to complain about, and suddenly making videos, right, about it becomes way harder. Yo, look, I'm all for, right, like trying to cover whatever you love or what have you, right? But I mean, this is crazy. It's like, are we? Because here's here is what this really had me thinking, and this is why I really wanted to come have this conversation, right? Is because we know that Warner Media or WBD, whoever, right, in the past, because James Gunn's got caught doing it, Casey Bloys and got caught. You know what I'm saying? They've been getting caught with these bots or whatever, but we know that, from being in the Snyder fandom, we know that this whole like engagement is the name of the game. That's the real name of the game, right? So a lot of times, even if the engagement is negative, they might be willing to partake in it. I.e., WB for all these years, right? They was antagonizing the Snyder fan base and right, helping us talk shit about them, and then uh, using that to do whatever, right, with all this data or what have you, right? So if we know that one company was probably doing that, right? So you have them literally trying to harm their own projects and all this stuff. Why is it a stretch to think that they might be doing that over there with Disney too, and got these channels right, talking ish about him just to keep the engagement up. And then when something new comes along, then it's like, okay, well, nah, I'm gonna just go back to good. Like, what the hell? Who the hell watched Rebel Moon and was like, I'm gonna go back to Star Wars after that, right? Like, who watched that movie and was like, yo, you wanna know what I wanna watch right now? Some Star Wars or some new Star Wars from Disney Plus, right? Did that happen to any of you guys? Right? Did any of you guys in that movie thinking that you were yearning for some recent Star Wars content? Like you were gonna go fire up the Mandalorian season 3 after watching that? Were y'all thinking about going to go watch um Ahsoka after y'all watched Rebel Moon? Like, was y'all thinking about going to go watch Andor? Right? Keep it above. Let me know if I'm tripping, right? Because maybe I am. Maybe I'm tripping, but I just don't think anybody finished that movie thinking I'm about to go fire up some Andor. And that was a decent show, right? Did any of you guys go go like finish watching that movie and you was thinking, yo, I want to go watch The Last Jedi, right? Or oh, I want to go watch The Rise of Skywalker, right? Not this Skywalker, right? Ray Skywalker. Was y'all watching Korra and was like, yo, I want Ray Skywalker right now? Like, be for real. Be for real. Was y'all watching General or no, Admiral Atticus Noble? And were you thinking, yo, I need some Ben Solo right now? Bruh, Adam Driver didn't even want Ben Solo. This is insanity. This is insanity. I know a lot of these influencers, they just want they want them clicks. I'm not doing it. I'm not clicking on none of these videos, yo. I'm not clicking on none of them. None of them. Mama Bear said, being 100, the narrative that Rebel Moon was like Star Wars made me hesitant to watch it. Yeah, right? Sin Aver said, Ben who? Right? Yeah. Nightwing said he gonna be streaming Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. That's what's up. Yeah. Sin Havoc said, Ben who? I'm just saying. Right? Okay. Maybe Ben Solo was too much of a deep cut because you had to watch The Rise of Skywalker, right? Was anybody looking at Admiral Atticus Noble and thinking, yo, I really want some Kylo Ren right now? right? Bishop said Star Wars has become too convoluted. Rebel Moon is a fresh take on what we love. Facts. Rebel Moon, maybe. Disney was the worst thing that ever happened. Hey, look, I ain't about to argue, but I'm just saying. Ty is like Jedi, that Star Wars narrative because they saw swords. Those people didn't watch the movie, saw a trailer because it's not Star Wars at all. Let's keep it real. No, it's definitely not Star Wars. It's definitely not. It's definitely not Star Wars, right? Yo, you want to know who knows something about Star Wars? This guy
You
does.
see this all the time at the level of a top producer who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, 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 you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
Shouts out to Count Dooku. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Said Sky, what about Belisarius? Look, when y'all saw Belisarius, right? Look, and shouts out to, and I actually love this character. But I wasn't thinking about Balin Skull when I saw Belisarius, yo. It just didn't happen. I wasn't thinking about Grand Admiral Thrawn. I was thinking about Rebel Moon, bro. I was thinking about Rebel Moon. It's been having some time. The question should be, what's going to happen when people see beyond the veil? Hey, hey, I just know this, that when you stare into the abyss, you bet not blink. Right? It's a good time. Hey, Christopher Lee knows something, know a lot about Star Wars, bro. Right? And I've been saying the same thing too, Qatar, that Rebel Moon is more Seven Samurai. Facts. $51 likes. Hey. Y'all know what that means. Y'all completed the conquest, but the new gods are not satisfied.
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Yeah. Yeah. Said, I'll take a katana over a glow stick. Sorry, lightsaber, anything. Look, now let's not go too far. Right. We ain't about to be dirting George Lucas now. You know what I'm saying? And calling them glow sticks. Chill. Right? We got Larry saying, "Yo, Sky, do you think Cora killed the king, or maybe Belisarius set her up to take the fall for his takeover?" No, I think he definitely set her up. I think Yeah, I think he probably made her do it. You know what I'm saying? Facts. And then was like, oh yeah, it was Cora or it was Archelaus, right? Maybe that's why he took her in the first place, right? When you came here, you had an hour. Now it's less, right? Scott, Darth Vader is still goaded. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? No, that's what I'm talking about recent Star Wars. We ain't talking about, right, the OG trilogy and the prequels. I'm talking about recent Star Wars. Did Rebel Moon make you think about recent Star Wars? Right? Yeah, the molten metal swords, right? Yeah. But yeah, oh no, this is this is great though. I'm glad that we're in this space where everybody's kind of coming out and because it's harder to hide amongst the Zack Snyder fandom. You used to just kind of be able to hide and just kind of be in the shadows, right? But I think that with the sale campaign and us clearly just separating ourselves from the greater part of the fandom at large, right? And then with this campaign being so successful so quickly, and then for us to see the pushback that we're getting, like from other influencers, content creators, and stuff, and people that are in the Zack Snyder fan base, right? Uh, it it just makes it easier to kind of spot what's going on. So I'm glad that we're in this space now. I think it's harder to kind of just play the background and try to influence things. Nah, I don't think. Mhm. Just know the name Prince Aris. I don't know. The Sarkata guy says, any thoughts on if Kai and Korra are from the same planet? What do you think? Maybe Korra was already on the mother world when Kai's planet was attacked. Hmm. Korra was probably already. What if Korra was out there taking worlds and she took Kai's world? Oh man. Larry says it took me 3 times to realize that Nemesis was lighting up her robot or lighting up her swords via her robotic arms. Yeah, you cannot hide from the scribes. The scribes, yo, crazy man. Yeah, nah. I was trying to start putting y'all last questions and comments down in the chat. Yeah, look, and I even heard, that it was somebody talking crazy on a stream that Zach was on prior to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw people talking about that in the chat. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. Right? If you guys can recall, right? Just just think about this. Right before Zach was about to appear on the channel, like the day before, like multiple people on that platform came out and told us we couldn't go to Full Circle. Y'all remember that? It was like, yeah. And if y'all was thinking about going to Full Circle, you're not invited. Zach don't want y'all there. Right? Y'all remember that? So, and I think that if it was one thing that was proved at Full Circle is that we were allowed to be there. Right? Oh my God. But yeah, it's just a great time, and I think that everybody should just be mindful of the content that they're taking in, the videos that they're watching, right? The people that they're listening to, right? Because yeah, it's real easy to get up in here and act like you're a fan. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy to get up in here and act like you're a, a Zach fan. But at the end of the day, the thing that makes it difficult nowadays is that you kind of can't serve two masters, right? It's like you're either with what he's doing over on Netflix or you're not, right? Like you can't be saying, "Oh, hey, support Rebel Moon," and I'm all for Rebel Moon, but then, hey, Zach, come back to WBD, right? Like, hey, come do DC over here. But Zach already said that if Netflix got DC, right? Trying to like use you literally have people using Photoshop pictures and like using not even quotes but inferences from right. And there was another one that went out and said, oh yeah, and Zach reiterated his desire to move on from this dude already. They can't help themselves, right? Because it's become harder to try to ride that line, right? Between, shilling and reality, right? So even though Zach has openly stated to the contrary, they had to put that line in there because, you got to shill. It's harder to ride that line nowadays, right? It's harder to stay under the radar because, like, because like what we're doing doesn't align with all that restore, bring back, you know, make Zach great again, right? Whatever the hashtags are, right? Lawlessness said, what did Netflix say? Was it Hail Zack Snyder? Hold on, let me pull that back up. Yeah, all hail Zack Snyder. Absolutely. That is what Netflix said. Absolutely. Will we have a part three and will we see Cavill in it? I'm gonna say this. That's what I heard from the late great Mikey Sutton. And I know that first I know that Zach are already planned a part three because he made that statement that we won't even get to the Rebel Moon till part three. But yeah, I think Cavill's in it for sure. Yeah, nah. Look, they are dissing Zach because half of them is trying to clickbait and the other half got to because they following orders. Facts. That is the moral of this story. They either clickbaiting or they following orders. Either way, we gonna keep going where we going, which is straight to the top. You know what I'm saying? Man, we are about to close this thing on down. Right. Sin Havoc says, just remember, Sky, someone who usually had nothing but DC content is all of a sudden decided to start covering Marvel content on their channel. Say it ain't so. Hey, I'm just saying, right? And what's wild is, I remember like when I was, because I always watched a lot of the Marvel stuff, right? So I remember even me trying to cover it, it still didn't even feel right. Like just having the conversations feel different. Like it's like different kinds of conversations over there, right? And yeah, it's like I was like, man, but y'all see once Sale took off and everything, it's like, man, I ain't about to be messing with all the other stuff. I ain't got time no more. We doing watch alongs and trying to drive engagement. So yeah. Shout out to all y'all. We about to close this thing on down though. Right. Yeah, we got some big things coming for you guys. I got more streams planned for this week, and as well as that, um, sale gonna be taking off. We kind of took a little bit of a break to focus on Rebel Moon, but we will be bringing sale back in a huge way pretty soon. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to building on this momentum that we have coming off the release of this film. And I'm just very, very excited. So shouts out to all of you guys. Happy holidays. Make sure that y'all is having a great time. And yo, we gonna be back pretty soon. So much love, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Peace.